Virgo, hello and welcome to my channel. So this is your reading for 2025. If at any point I say 2024, please ignore me. I get used to the year that we've just had. Anyway, the cards that you will be seeing during this session are the Tarot of Traditions. I'm also going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I'm also going to be using the Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. Okay. The reading will be in two parts. So the first part we will do will be the first 6 months, so January to June, and then we'll do June to December. And I appreciate that June will be a crossover month, but that's fine. So let's go for it. Let's see what's coming up for Virgo for 2025. So first 6 months, January to June. Wish also as well, taking this opportunity to wish you a very happy new year. What's going to come up? What's the first card? So, okay, we've got the Nine of Swords and we've got the Four of Swords at the bottom. The Four of Swords is about release and healing, letting something go. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which is the love heart with the three swords piercing it. Also, as well, it's a time of realize. Oh God, realize realizing your new truth, realizing your new truth, and this is going to take some time. It's not something that we can go like that. It's realizing your new truth. And I feel with this is about getting these three swords, which represent the heartbreak, the love heart with the three swords in, to a position where we can look at them from a better angle. It's almost like a decompression, because if not, this can really rule the show, and we don't want that to rule the show. It's about making sense of our thoughts. Is this a healthy thought? Is this thought actually helping me? Is this just a thought that I'm grasping hold of and believing it could be a reality? Interesting. Let's see how we. Oh my God! Can't believe can't you actually can't make it up. You can make it up if you're a fraud, Claire. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is your truth I was just talking about. It feels a very reflective time of year. The new year. It feels a very reflective time of year as we're going into this new year, 2025. We enter it with a new truth. A new truth. I like that. I like this as well, the sun. And it's a type of truth that's like, I like that. Like I've just said, I like that. I like that. That feels good, does that? That feels healthy. The sun card is about our joy. And that little fella there coming into the new year, he's thinking about the spring, he's thinking about the summer. Swap it around if you're if you're in the southern hemisphere, but I'm in the northern, so we're going to be doing it from that perspective. He's thinking about the good times, he's thinking about vitality. He's got the Five of Cups as well. The Three of Cups has gone. The Two of Cups is representing his relationship with himself, his inner world. Let me just take that off. Why do things click up on your computer? I do not know. He's trying to settle the waters of his body. I like this depiction because the Radiant Rider-Waite is a bit heavy. He's got his big black cloak on and everything feels oppressive. But this depiction is, there's a little bit of oppression there, but he's also starting to see a higher perspective. He's starting to connect to higher realms. He's starting to realize there's more to life than him, than his feelings, his emotions, his experiences. And he's like, oh, this is interesting. So I'm not the only one in the show. I like this, Virgo. And that's where he gets his wheel of foot. Don't get stuck on me saying him. It's because of the males in the card, he or she. them, they, whatever. So Wheel of Fortune is then going to come in and move you forward. We're moving forward. And for that, we've got the Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands can also be about celebrations, weddings, gatherings, parties. So the first 6 months can be about that. And what I feel with this is if there are that type of energies around you, passing exams, embrace them. Do them with a good heart. Don't go in as the Debbie Downer to the party. Really throw yourself into trying to have a good time. But also, as well, this is about celebration. It's also about your own crowning as a human being, the celebration of your sovereignty and your freedom. Yeah, look at that. Four of Pentacles. What throne do you sit on? Your own throne, your own energetic throne. What power are you sitting in? Um, yeah, Queen of Cups. She's coming a lot in these tarot scopes. The Queen of Cups and self-care, nourishment, heart-centeredness. There may be a tendency here with this card to stay stuck and it's my way or the highway or we're holding on to something. If this energy isn't channeled correctly, it can become very stuck. Very, no, this is how we do things. And I'm doing that because that's how he holds his pentacle like that. He holds it a bit lower, but I'm holding it up for the camera. And it can be that we stay a bit stuck in something. It can also be about being solid and dependable. But there's a fine line being solid and dependable because we don't also be the one that people drop our shit on to do it. So this is a fine line being tread here. So we've not to be too stuck in our ways. We've not to be too dependable where everybody just throws our stuff. And sorry, not the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups coming next to him just gentles that card out a little bit. It just gentles that energy. And that card also coming next to it brings in some joy and fun. So this is about letting your hair down and embracing. Let's have a slurp of lemon and honey. Oh, that's a bit better. Manuka honey. The Schumann is rising high today. And I've had a huge release this morning. So I feel a bit, it's not a virus, it's just a release. So that's why I'm doing lemon and honey. Um, Interesting first 6 months. Yeah, Hierophant, enlightenment, wisdom. Taking your spiritual practice to the next level. Love it. That's all I've got to say for that first 6 months. Let me know what you think in the comments, Virgo. Now we're going to do the second 6 months, which is again is June to December. Gonna have to think. Also doing this reading in the middle of Mercury retrograde, of which I think is an interesting one. But boy, you've got to think about your dates, your times. It's interesting. As someone that deals with dates and times because of appointments, it's only ever Mercury retrograde that appointments get the wrong times and Zoom links go out at a different time compared to the confirmation. It's interesting. Anyway, by the time this video comes live, we will be coming out of Mercury. We'll be starting to gear up for coming out for it going direct. So final part of the year, last 6 months of 2025 for Virgo. Right. Okay. Here he is again. Four of Pentacles. Solid foundations. Something that we're trying to create or harvest needs solid foundations. There's something here about we've got to make our mind up about what we want going forward. Now, the first 6 months have been about transition and change and redeciding what we want as a human being. So consequently, we're going to have to make a change. Something that fulfills our heart and fulfills our feelings. Again, very similar trend to what the other tarot scopes have been about. We've also got the Four of Wands, celebrations, successes coming in. I also want to say at this point that this is also about celebrating you. Otherwise, there's a tendency to come back into this energy. There's a release thread going through 2025. And your answer is the Two of Cups, which is what is within me being reflected out. Two of Cups, for those that are not au fait with tarot, is where the man and the woman, they've got a cup at their heart space, so it's heart-centered connection. It's the divine feminine and the masculine, and the reflection that we get in. Okay, so everything starts within and goes outward. Okay, so it's a lot of internal releasing work. We've got Five of Wands, so there's some battles towards the end of the year. And there's a sadness with this battle. Maybe it's to do with family coming up, but also as well, what I feel is it's straightening things up. Look how straight those clouds are, those cups. It's about this stuff has to be purged to bring about happiness. Ten of Cups is when we've worked through our cups. We've worked through our moments like this. We've made peace with it. We've gathered our spiritual maturity. Yeah, Emperor, we're stepping into our maturity. There's a lot of throne sitting this year for you. Not the royal throne, not that. Your throne, your self-empowerment, your sovereignty. Who are you in your life? How can you take charge of your life? It's a real leveling up energy. There's some belting cards here. Judgment. But with this energy, don't be shocked when it all comes up. This is about exposure. This is about all of the, not the skeletons coming out of the closet because that makes it all gossipy. This is about all of your stuff coming up to be looked at. It's a clearing. It's getting everything on the group, getting everything on the table. Okay. So that you can go forward, all past versions of yourself, so you can take charge of your life. Because the truth is, is it the Ten of Wands? Apologies if it's not. The one with the wands on the back, or sometimes they're in a sack. It's the burden that we carry. A lot of the portals, well, all of the portals that we're going through now, they are really requiring a big dump of stuff to be dumped. Then we can't take them through anymore. Which is why when we try and force it, we feel shit. We feel really discombobulated. So there's a lot of stuff that we're having to release. Dump was the wrong word because dump makes me think of just dump it off there. That's not the answer. It's about releasing it lovingly. Let's have another drink. What are you drinking? Let me know in the comments. So, yeah, I think that's all I've got to say in relation to those cards. Let's do the oracle cards. So, the oracle cards will be dabbing my eyes. God, I tell you what, we've had quite a settled time with the Schumann. But when it comes in, it doesn't have come in. And there's a solar flare today. So these cards are for the whole year. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Imagine and peace. Inner peace and imagine. You know, it always makes me think of the John Lennon song, Does That Card? Sorry. Um, Inner peace, finding our peace, embracing our peace. There could be something here for some of you thinking about world peace as well. And, imagine peace, that was what that song was about, imagining world peace. Imagining your peace, though. A fork in the road, different directions opening up, different possibilities opening up, new beginnings. Come to the edge. Some of these decisions, this year, depending on when you're watching it, this year, next year, well, last year, if you're watching it towards the end, it require you to come to the edge. When you get to this fork in the road, there's this tendency here to go, I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for the best. But you've just got to make that decision. Don't stay stuck in the never-ending stories of your life. You may find a lot of stories come up from your past. These aren't coming up to be guess what, guess what, guess what, and they said, they did that, that is, if you're going to go into that, you're going to go into a never-ending story. The reason why these stories are coming up is because it's time to move forward. It's time to look at them from a much more spiritually mature perspective. Time for a nap. There's a lot of releasing going on, so the body needs to rest. Also, as well, with this card, this is about what your dreams showing you. Your dreams are going to be very vivid. And observer. There's going to be moments in your life over the next 12 months or so where you're going to be asked to observe, but observe from a higher perspective. Remember that card? Four of cups. No, five of cups. We got there in the end, where I said he's got all the galaxies above him. He knows he's in pain, but he also can see above him. That's the kind of vibe that whatever comes to the plate next year, this year, whatever, whenever you're watching it in 2025, you've got to see it from a higher perspective. That's where your power lies. So, Virgo 2025, Virgo 2025. Yes, the miracle zone and flow. Remember the Four of Pentacles? Was it Four of Pentacles or five? Where is anyway? Whatever. Yes, I don't know. That one where he's stuck. That card where he can be stuck, it's about going into flow. There's parts of it you do need to be strong and dependable and solid, but there's also here about going into the flow and the miracle zone. I also feel here there may be feelings of timelines collapsing. So stepping out of the prediction zone and into the flow zone is the best way forward for you. Those moments where all of a sudden things can change, and I'm feeling that with that miracle card. Okay. Right, wrong way around. And that's where your freedom comes in. So freedom for next year, freedom to go forward. Again, we've got portal energy, and you're not the only one going through this. Many people are going through this. So very interesting and simplifying. We've got the card of simplicity. Messages from spirit, looking out for those simple signs. Simplifying your life as much as you can. Again, we've got the card of flexibility coming up. You can be strong and stable and dependable, but you can also be flexible. We've got the autumnal leaves here, so there's a lot of releasing here. Community. Building community around you that's healthy. Trying to work on these healthy relationships. Allowing people to be who they need to be and stop saving people as well. Stop trying to heal people. Allowing them to have their own perspective and view of the world is how we can build healthier communities. And stillness. Look at that card. Stillness. Embracing the stillness. Embracing tranquility. Still some cards that want to come through. And a standstill. Something here about water as well. So there's a lot of emotional release here, fulfillment, abundance coming in. But this is simple abundance. This isn't the abundance of I want a Mercedes or an Audi. This is actually the abundance of enjoying a cup of tea, the abundance of enjoying a bowl of homemade soup, the abundance of going into a charity shop and finding your book of dreams, that type of thing. And new adventures are waiting for you in 2025. So it really is a year of taking leaps of faith. It's a year of changing. It's a year of shedding the old. It's a year of stepping into your emperor. It's a year of your own sovereignty, your own upgrade. Lots of cards in relation to upgrade, lots of cards in relation to release, lots of cards in relation to flow. Lots of cards in relation to being grounded as well and dependable, as well as being able to flow. Very interesting reading this, Virgo. Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.